And we're now joined by the new athletic director of Mount Pleasant Area High School, Chris Brunson. Chris, also the softball coach for the Mount Pleasant ladies. First off, Chris, congratulations. What went into the decision for you to initially apply to this position?
I like to help kids. That's why I originally got into coaching in college a long time ago. I had a lot of good coaches in my upbringing, and I just kind of wanted to hopefully bring that to the table. Continue that at Mount Pleasant.
What roles do you see as far as the athletic director, and maybe some things that you want to change or add at Mount Pleasant?
Well, I'm not sure about changing and adding right now. I got to get in there and get through some training and stuff like that, and they're eager to have me in there soon, and I'm eager to be there. As far as the duties, I believe it's going to be some budgeting, some the transportation with games and scheduling, and recruiting and retaining coaches.
You spoke about your background as a coach collegiately, and then obviously at Mount Pleasant for the softball team this past year. How much did those experiences help you in terms of being qualified for this position?
Well, I was a college coach at Cal U for 14 years. I was a full-time guy. I was responsible for our budgeting, our travel, checking on kids' classes, obviously coaching the games, and recruiting athletes, and just retention as well. The budgeting side of things, on the athletic side, that definitely was a big bonus. Mr. Polinsky gave me a pretty long leash with some scheduling and stuff here with our schedule this year with the high school team, and just getting used to the high school environment. I was a high school coach last year and this year as well, so.
Talking to Chris Brunson of Mount Pleasant area. You mentioned Allan Polinsky. He was previously the athletic director, and he also juggled the responsibility of coaching a team at Mount Pleasant with the boys basketball. What advice did he give to you in that regard?
Oh, he said, "I'll be here for you." It's going to be a group effort. If I have any questions or anything, he's volunteered to mentor. He's also a principal at the school, and the time and involvement in that is a full-time animal in itself. I just applaud him for doing the 3 jobs as long as he did, and I know he's excited to have a little bit more time with his son, and he's excited about that too. But he's all about Mount Pleasant athletics, and he's excited to still be the basketball coach, and he just said, anything that I need, I can always ask, and he'll help in any way he can.
You mentioned that there's some training that needs to be done on your part, but what's the time frame or when you really jump into this full-fledged position?
I was in today. They voted on it tonight to kind of make it official, but we were thinking that it was going to go, favorably through the process. We were doing some talking about, the job duties and things with the board president, and, obviously Allan was helping, and Mr. Gambita, the principal, and, they want me to come in as soon as I can, and, just kind of get rolling and get familiar with everything and accustomed to how they particularly do things, and, just kind of make it as smooth as possible transition.
Obviously, your background with softball, Mount Pleasant softball has been one of the most successful programs in that district for quite some time. In years past, the football team has been very accomplished, but the last few years have been a bit of a struggle. Is there anything you think you'll be able to do to help maybe encourage some positive change in that regard? I
just think Mr. Fazikis does a good job with those kids. And if you judge a coach on a win-loss record, and you don't see all of the positives that come to those kids, then, you need to reevaluate that a little bit. I think just one more voice helping those kids along with, encouraging them and helping them, make the right choices about going to conditioning when they're supposed to, and, all that kind of stuff. I think that will definitely help.
I'm sure there's a lot of excitement in that community as you bring in a winning tradition to Mount Pleasant. What's your message to the Mount Pleasant community about what you want them to know about your position?
Well, it's the director of athletics, and we want to we want to get it back to where it was. When I was in high school a long, long time ago, when we played Mount Pleasant, we knew that we were in for a fight with baseball or in any of the sports. And, hopefully we can help bring that back to the community.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on the position, and good luck going forward.
Yep. All right. Thank you.